What's up, YouTube? Thank you for being here. We are yet back again with another topic. Today, we are talking about Christmas. What does Christmas mean to you? And in this conversation, me and my fiance, we're going to share our experiences in the past, how we've celebrated Christmas in different places that I've been. I'll share my experiences in the different traditions, how we share our Christmas festivities. Where I come from, Christmas is the biggest holiday. So before we dive into it, I'll let my co-host introduce herself and greet you all.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in if it's your first time, and thanks for coming back if you are one of our subscribers. We are very thankful that you're here. Today is Sunday, December the 22nd. So we are almost to Christmas, which we're both very excited about. This is our first Christmas together. So we are excited to create some new memories and maybe a few little traditions together.
Amen, amen. So yeah, the topic is, what does Christmas mean to you? Let's start with the question. What does Christmas mean to you?
I mean, of course, the main reason, true reason of Christmas is the birth of Jesus Christ. We're both Christians, if you are not new here or if you are new here. We're both Christians. It's a big part of our relationship and who we are as individuals. So, that, of course, is the main thing. Have to keep that at the forefront. But I would say, in addition to that, another thing that Christmas means to me is spending time with family, being able to get together with your loved ones, whether it be your blood family or your chosen family, um, being able to just spend time with them and not worry about work or any other things that are going on in the world, and just being able to kind of relax and hang out with your family.
Amazing. Well, Christmas for me, growing up, is it was the biggest holiday. You know, the fact that back home where I come from in Uganda, normally around Christmas break is like the longest break or
For school.
holidays for school. So we used to break off school around sometime November, and we don't go back to school around sometime February.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy. That
yeah,
would be like in America, that would be our summer break.
yes,
Which it is also summer break for y'all because they're in different hemispheres,
yes,
but they have their summer break in December for like Christmas, and we have ours in the summer, which was typically for like harvesting and farming for kids here, but we don't really do that anymore.
yeah. So we would break off around November for school, and then around December, me and my mom and my sisters and siblings would travel back to our grandfather's house. So the way we used to celebrate it is that every member of the family has to travel to the grandpa's house. So our
Yeah.
grandfather, being he was the leader of our clan, it was kind of like a tradition. All his kids and his kids come, the grandchildren, the great grandchildren come, and sometimes we slaughter a whole bull or a few goats, definitely three or four chickens, because we would be about 100 people.
Yeah.
So it was a very large Christmas, a lot of feast, like we would eat until we get tired. um and also it was beautiful that you be around your family. You get to meet your cousins and your nephews and your sisters and your whatever that your family member that lives far and from different districts, different states.
Yeah.
We would get to spend some time together, and then the most important part was we would spend time around the fire. So the fire pit was like where grandpa used to tell stories, and sometimes like grandpa's brothers, grandpa's uncles, people of his age, like 80s and above, 70s and above, would come in the evenings. We would set a fire, huge fire, and all the uncles, all the kids, all the aunties would sit around the fire, and grandpa and his friends would tell us the stories of our tribes, the stories of where we come from, our people, the stories of the things that we've conquered and who we are, and and what life should be like. And those stories are very important to us because they identify you of who you are, so you know your people, you know who you are. Because if you know your history, it's very easy to move forward. Because a lot of people are very stuck to where they are because they don't know who they are, they don't know their history. So it was very, very important for us to be around fire camps and grandpa telling us stories. And also, like, my grandfather was like a deacon in the church. So on Christmas Day, that was the longest service of church.
Yeah, you told me it was like all day.
Yeah, so the village that I come from, we still communicate the African tradition way, like drum beats.
Mm.
So normally, and this was funny, this was really nice. The first drum beat goes off at 7. 7 is like, hey, get ready, wake up, start getting ready for church. And then the second drum beat would go at 8. At 8 is like, gotta get ready now, it's almost time. Then the last drum beat would go at 9. And 9 means you need to start coming to church. So the church was, the way they planned the village is very strategic. And when we go, you will see it.
Mm.
The church was built on top of the hill.
Mm.
So on top of the hill, remember when you're beating the drum, like it's a huge drum, African drum, this
Yes.
sound travels, all the
Yes.
valleys of the village. Everybody gets to hear the what? The drums beating. Now, the last drum, which goes at 9, means everybody should start getting ready to go to church, literally walking to church. We didn't live very far from the church. The church was probably maybe, if that, a mile, but I don't think it was a mile. So Grandpa would make sure we are ready by 9. We would have tea with sweet potato, because sweet potato back home is like breakfast food.
Mm.
So we would have tea with sweet potato and then get ready. By 8, we already showered, we already cleaned. And the way we used to shower in the village was like, we used to go to the Nile. So I'm from the western part of the Nile, and the place is called West Nile. And the Nile passes through my grandfather's land.
Mm-hmm.
So for us to shower, we would go and swim in the Nile. And funny enough, uh, you would think the water would be very cold in the morning, but the water is warm actually in the morning.
Hmm.
Yeah, so we would go swim, wash ourselves by 8. By 8:30, we need to be back home.
Question: do you have soap?
Yeah, we do
Okay.
have soap. We do have, though we have traditional sponge that we use to cleanse ourselves. It's not the American sponge.
Is it like a loofah?
I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how
Is
to.
it from a plant?
Yes, it is from a plant.
Okay, then I think I've seen them
It's
before.
green. The plant that grows in on is green. I'll show it to you when we go to
Yeah.
Uganda. But yeah, we would take a shower, come home, dress up, and also, before I forget it, Christmas used to be very nice for me as a kid, because that is the day I would get a new clothes,
Yeah.
a new pair of pants, a new pair of shirt, and new shoes for Christmas, like to be able to go to church. My mom, that was, I think, until I was at age 14. My mom, every year she used to buy me, of course, after my dad passed, every year my mom used to buy me new Christmas clothes. And we would be anxiously excited. We would be anxiously expecting it,
Yeah.
like. And when my mom used to travel from, back in the days when I was living with grandpa in the village, my mom used to travel around Christmas. Oh, I would be very excited. I'd be expecting good stuff. But yeah, then we would go to church. That's the longest church service we used to have. It was 4 hours. We would go to church at 10 and come out around 2 or 3. And a few people stay at home. They don't get to the church because they have to cook. Remember, there's a
Yeah.
lot of cooking that goes. Uh, so a few of my uncle's wives would stay, and cook. And then by the time we get back, everybody is in the mood of eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would eat and eat around until 5, and then people take a nap, lay down a little bit, and then
Yeah.
in the evenings we used to have things, entertainment in the trading centers called discotheques, like
Mm.
acrobatics for kids. But then around 7 p.m., all the kids have to go back home. And now the grown ups start going out for like clubbing. And our clubbings we used to be called discos. And it's just, they would build like a low fence somewhere and then bring musical setups, and then the DJ plays music and just people dance. And you just see people dance freely in the dust. Like people would have dust all over their the calves. And
Their little feeties.
yeah, it was interesting.
That's
But
so cool.
yeah, but for me, Christmas, most importantly, it meant to me my family getting back together, meet,
Yeah.
long distance cousins, long distance nephews, my aunties that I wouldn't see the whole year. It was so important to me because that was the only time that everybody comes together as a family, and we enjoyed it together as a family, and we were celebrating it together as a family. So it was very
Yeah.
important for me to in that way. That was what it meant to me growing up. Of course, the birth of Jesus Christ, we would celebrate it with a Christian, but the most important thing for me, it was the family getting together and coming together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Um, I would say we could talk like about our Christmas traditions because you just talked about yours a little bit.
Hmm.
So, my Christmas traditions are similar to yours, but on a much smaller scale.
Hmm.
I come from a very small family.
Hmm.
I'm the only child and the only grandchild on one side. So, growing up, usually Christmas Eve, we would go over to my mom's parents' house
Hmm.
where we would just kind of hang out, get ready for Christmas the next day, like make some cookies, just kind of like do the finishing touches for things, maybe wrap some additional presents, and we would watch for Santa, and
Hmm.
we would there's a Santa tracker that the news usually does where they track Santa and see where he is.
I, I always say we don't get Santa in Uganda because it doesn't snow.
Well, it didn't snow here, but we still had Santa. Anyway, we would watch, like, track him. We would watch Christmas movies, eat cookies, and then they would send usually either my mom or grandma upstairs
Hmm.
to open one present, and usually it was like Christmas PJs, so I could wear them like the night before and on Christmas Day. And then we would go home and then go to sleep, and I would wake up really early because I was really excited for Santa and presents. And we would wake up, we would go wherever the tree was, which was usually in the living room, and see all the presents and open the presents.
Hmm.
And then my parents would like give each other gifts if they did. Usually they didn't give each other gifts.
Hmm.
They just they wanted to give me gifts instead, which I didn't care about because I was a kid.
Right.
And then we would usually get ready. I would play with my toys or whatever new things that I had gotten, and we would go to my dad's parents' house for lunch, where we would do the same thing, where we would eat and open presents. And usually there's a Christmas parade on. We would watch the parade, and then usually around 3 or 4 o'clock,
Hmm.
or a little bit earlier, we would drive to my mom's parents' house again, and we would eat again, and
Hmm.
then we would open presents again from Santa and my grandparents, and then I would pass out on the floor at Grams and Gramps' house,
Hmm.
and be fat, happy, spoiled, dumb, and exhausted from the day.
Do you know that Santa is not real, right? I'm just saying.
Yes, I do know that, babe.
Okay. I didn't wanna assume. I just wanted to make sure that Santa is not real.
Yes, yes, I do know. I am fully aware of that. Thank you. Um, But now that I'm a little bit older and can kind of choose, and now that I've got him with me as well, we have. But now that I'm older, I still kind of do the same thing, except we don't go to my dad's parents really anymore. And then it's now more about spending time with my family than it is about the presents. Sure, the presents are great and fun, but it's much more important for me to spend time with the people that I love and that I want to spend time with, and that I can do as much with them while they're still here because unfortunately, of course, they are getting older, and I want to be able to make those memories that I'll remember. Of course, I remember the ones from when I was a kid, but now I want to return the favor basically because they worked so hard for so many years to make Christmas special for me. I want to make it special for them. So now we just spend a lot of time with my mom's parents, and this year we're going Christmas Eve to make cookies and make some of the food, open one present, which will probably be our PJs, and then the next day, Christmas Day, we'll stay here at my parents' house and we will open our presents here, and then we'll go to Grams and Gramps, and that'll that'll be about it.
Yeah, this is going to be my first experience with
An
uh,
American Christmas.
an American Christmas with her family,
Yeah.
and we'll do a video about it just
Yeah.
to share how I felt, how it is, how it's
And we can do a little vlog too.
during it.
Yeah.
Okay, that
So
sounds
like,
perfect for me.
and I think that will also be good for like mom and dad and Gramps because Papa always talks about, and mom does too, how I'm pretty sure it was Papa's dad, he would have like a camera or an audio recording, especially at Christmas, just to like listen to everybody. And they talk about that quite often, so I think they would like that.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for those of you watching us on TikTok, we have a YouTube, and actually right now we're shooting a YouTube video.
We
Please
are.
go subscribe and watch our long video content on our YouTube pages.
Yeah.
We have a few links in the registry. Did I say that right? Now we have a few links on our TikTok for our registry, for our YouTube, and
Yes.
and if you want to support, please, you're more than welcome to go and check our links in the bio. And this has been a wonderful time for the people
Yeah.
watching us on YouTube. Please stay tuned on the channel. We're still going to record more videos every week, every time we get a chance. And coming up next year, we have a lot of things in store. We're going to travel. We're going to two different continents next year. So, and we are going to record videos about it and share our experience.
Yeah.
We appreciate every one of you who has subscribed on our channel already. We are only 12 people away from hitting
12?
yeah from hitting our goal. Our
That's
goal was to
amazing.
get to 500 subscribers
By the
this
end of
year.
the year.
So thank you again. For those of you who have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go into the link and or in the description of this video. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and support the channel. The wedding registry is in our TikTok, so go for those of us. For those of you who are following us on YouTube, you can follow us on TikTok too. Do you have anything to add on, baby?
Just that I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. If we don't post a video before then, and be safe. Remember the reason for
Yeah.
the season.
Yep. Merry Christmas to everyone. Like I said, for me, Christmas was just always been a family time and celebrating it with the people that I love.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoy the Christmas holidays with the people you love. And I hope you just have fun, be safe, and be grateful that you're alive. A lot of people out there who do not have a family that they're going to celebrate it with. I was that person. I've been living in this country for 8 years. Not all the years that I've lived here, I was with my family. In the 8 years, I've only gone back home twice to celebrate it with my mom. So, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, be safe, enjoy. We love you. Peace.